25 Aftermath. Thank you for joining this special episode of RockIt RC. You may have seen part 1 and 2 of our popular Blade Mach 25 test flight featuring pilot Phil from Capital FPV Mini Quads on YouTube. If you watch these videos, you have seen the incident that happened in part 2. At that point, we left saying that the Mach 25 survived a 40 plus foot drop. After a bit of a flight demo, the drone went really high and the throttle at some point cut but never came back until we touched the ground. The quad was pretty tough. We reset it and it was flying back. With the chassis shaken and the props having some normal wear and tear, you could hear it in the props, the sound of the props spinning. The quad flew with amazing odds, and that's where we left. No damage, we thought. Reality is that the inner frame was shaken, and although it remained in one piece after days and a much closer inspection, Phil from Capital FPV noticed that some damage to the chassis happened. It was functional, but it was no longer pristine. Possibly something fractured in the chassis with a hard impact like that. So as the week went on, we discovered another issue, something common to many new RC products. And I'm not bashing the company here, but it happens with a lot of RC products to the market. Sometimes the product comes out and immediately you have no part support. We have witnessed this times and times again. In this scenario, though, having the mainframe shattered somehow at any rate would leave us unable to fix it in the short term. Time has passed and this Mach 25 is no more. Phil from Capital FPV stripped out any usable components and built a new separate project. That is sadly the last footage we have of the Mach 25. So that is the update we long awaited to give. I really wanted to give you some updates on that. And sadly, that's it. That's all that we're going to see from the Mach 25. You're going to have to move on to another product. So since then, Blade came out with more interesting FPV hobby grade as well as race grade products. The most exciting one, promising one, is the Vortex Pro 250. So it's a 250 size, of course. A full-on race drone that is almost ready to fly, or ARTF. Simply bind to your Spectrum transmitter. You can bind it to your Fat Shark compatible FPV goggles. Those type of systems. Charge a battery, put it in, and start racing. The Vortex has a clean-cut design inspired by current FPV race platforms. Well, that's it for now, and thanks for tuning in, and see you next time. Until then, play safe and have fun with RC.